Stu Cowan and Pat Hickey of the Montreal Gazette here at the Bell Centre, where the Canadiens were beaten 5-2 by the New York Rangers on Saturday night. And Pat, it's official, the Canadiens are mathematically eliminated from the postseason.
That's exactly right. You know, it's funny, my friend Tim Mells said it was going to be March 28th. It was 2 days late. It's March 26th, and they're out.
Well, Michel Therrien said after the game they were just beaten by a team with more depth and a better team. Sort of true. I mean, with the Canadiens, all the injuries they have, and the Rangers are a team that are on their way. Although this was one of 10 Optimum games at the Bell Centre this year. The top ticket price was $456, Pat. And I think if anybody did pay that money, they were disappointed. The effort didn't seem to be there the whole night.
No, I think, you know, again, the second period, a total letdown. A lot of mistakes, a lot of turnovers. They outshot the Rangers in the second period, but there was absolutely no help at all for Michael Condon.
No,
and just, you know, he was pulled after 2 periods. That was a mercy pull.
It was. Max Pacioretty has really been struggling, Pat, the captain. He was -2 tonight. He's -16 for the season, which is a team worst. Last year, he led the NHL at +38. He says he's not hurt, but he looks like he's not 100%.
Yeah, well, he didn't look very good after the Detroit game the other night. Looked like he was a little pale. I think he might have a bit of the flu. He said today there was a bug going around, and but you know, he didn't look very good. He got 1 shot on goal. Alex Galchenyuk, the leading goal scorer, he got 1 shot on goal. He's had 1 shot in each of his last 3 games.
But you mentioned Alex Galchenyuk. He had 15 minutes of ice time tonight. David Desharnais gets 18 minutes of ice time. And then Mike McCarron gets 11, which is kind of hard to understand. But this is a team that's out of the playoffs. They're really going nowhere. You think a kid like McCarron, now's a perfect opportunity to play him. But David Desharnais continues 18 minutes of ice time. He had 5 minutes and 55 seconds on the power play. And this is a guy who has 5 power play points all season. It just doesn't seem to make sense.
Yeah, you know, it was funny because McCarron started out on the power play. He was out there for the first power play, and then he didn't. And Michel Therrien was asked about that, and he said he wanted to get Sven Andrighetto, who was going better. And Andrighetto did have a pretty good game, a high-energy game, had 3-4 shots on goal. But, you know, again, McCarron is one of the guys in the future. You want to see what he can do. He's the big body that you need out there on the power play. And
he parked himself in front of the net. I mean, he was there, and I know after practice the other day he was practicing deflections in front of the net. Again, to me, they're officially out of the playoffs. Moving forward, you would expect to see maybe a little bit more ice time for some of the younger guys. 6 games left in the season. The Boo Birds are out tonight. That's the first time we've really heard them that badly. Be a long road ahead, and it's going to be a long summer for these guys.
We should mention that the defense tonight. The other night, Michel Therrien was talking about the young, inexperienced defense. Tonight, the guy who really stood out as not having a good game, Alexei Yemlin. Andrei Markov was exposed on the first goal, a really nice move. And not much you could, you know, it was just a great, you know, offensive play. But Yemlin looked terrible.
Well, Tuesday night, back here again, they played the Detroit Red Wings. It won't get any easier.